everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel and thank you so much for taking your own time out to check out this video. And yes, I am in my car as I've just seen the 11:30 showing of The Lesson, and as I look at my watch, it is currently 1:34. I maybe got out of this movie about 5 minutes ago, like if that. And yeah, I knew absolutely nothing about this, didn't see a single trailer whatsoever, and I've definitely got some thoughts on this movie.
I'd like to give a huge thank you to all my awesome patrons who help to really support the channel. If you want to join Patreon, shop merch, buy a copy of my debut book, you can find a link to that down below in the description box. And also, if you want to request a movie for me to watch, I do have a link to my PayPal where you can request this to be watched as a short and reviewed with a shout out, or you can request a long form review with a shout out, also link down below in the description box.
So we've got Daryl McCormack starring here alongside Richard E. Grant and Julie Delpy, and this tells the story of a character called Liam, who's played by Daryl McCormack, who is basically like a young, ambitious writer. He gets kind of like a gig to kind of be at this house of his idol of J.M. Sinclair, but when he gets there, not everything seems to kind of be what it appears. Positives right away for me is the performances across the board are really, really good. I think that it really just helps you sell into these characters that this direction is done by with Alice Troughton, who I've never seen any of the work before. I think this might actually be their feature debut movie, and I think that underlying here there is a really good story to be told, and I think for what the cast are given, they do a good job. I will lean more into that with the negatives. Also, the cinematography is really nice, especially with this kind of whole big like estate and the setting that you have. You can just tell that this is a family of money. This is a place where it has that seclusion, and there's definitely going to be a lot of things that is brought up in the movie, which is kind of like messaging, for example, on like family, grief, trauma, secrets, and all that is revealed throughout the 3-act structure. Well, I'd say kind of 5 acts in a guess, because this has literally on screen says a prologue, part 1, 2, 3, and an epilogue. So I guess it's kind of a 5-part one. I don't know. Most of the music used throughout also fits the tone of the movie, and I felt that the music choices used definitely, again, just felt as if it belonged with this estate, where it's like classical music or it's just like instrumental, for example. It is used to fit the tone. And I will say that I quite like the kind of secret that kind of came out towards the end. Was it kind of foreshadowed and seen? Yeah, I guess if you pick up on like the Easter eggs, you could probably pick up on how the movie is going to end. Now, if I move on from those positives right on to the negatives, I will say when I said most of the music is good, it is, but a lot of the music is also reused throughout the movie, and there is some kind of like piano tunes, for example. I was like, I've heard this before. It's a little bit frustrating now. Do I need it to hear again? Yeah, absolutely not. Then also, as I mentioned before about the cast, they all do a great job, but I felt like The Secret, although I liked it, it could have been executed better, and I think all that kind of comes down to maybe pacing here, because this isn't like a very long movie whatsoever. It's less than 2 hours, maybe 1:46. I might be wrong on that exact runtime, but I felt like the pacing was just a very slow burn movie. This is a dialogue heavy movie, which I don't mind. I just felt as if we maybe could have cut it down a little bit, got to the point of establishing our character in these relationships, and just getting to that ending a little bit quicker for the ending to actually like have that kind of like oomph. So what I will say overall, guys, is that The Lesson, I did enjoy the movie. I feel Alice Troughton definitely has potential. Definitely excited to see what this director does next, especially if this is her feature debut. And overall, I would say that, is it worth a watch? Yeah, possibly. I wouldn't say rush out to the cinema to see it personally, but maybe if it's on streaming and maybe you haven't got anything to do, maybe in that scenario. So my overall score for The Lesson is a 3 out of 5. Most important of all, guys, you've heard my opinion. Now I want to hear your opinion in the comment section down below. Is this a movie for you? Are you going to check it out, or are you going to skip it completely? Let me know down below. Thank you for watching this video. Give it a like and subscribe to the channel on your way out. And until the next time I'll see you guys in the next video.